Hey everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm doing okay, and for today's video, I'm sure you've guessed it, I'm going to be making not a silly book, which is what I usually do out of real books, but I'm going to make it into a junk journal for myself, since in my last video, well, at least the last one that I uploaded as of, right now. I have another one that I'm editing, working in my silly book. But yeah, so I'm going to be making a junk journal for myself. And the very last junk journal that I made, with an actual book, I made with you guys. Of course, I was silent. Today I'm not, just 'cause I feel like chatting with you guys. So I don't even know how this book is going to do. I just picked it up randomly at a thrift store, probably, well, more than a month ago, maybe even before Christmas, I think. But anyway, guys, how are you guys doing? Comment below and let me know, how you're doing. We're all pretty much doing a stay at home. I know it's not, official in some states. In California, this has been going on since, well, in San Francisco, I think, maybe the beginning of March. But here, I feel like I'm in the third week of quarantine. It's actually April 2nd as of, like right now, today, that I'm filming this. Yesterday was my mom's birthday. She's, my goodness, how old is my mom? 76. I hope I'm allowed to even say that. I don't think she minds. None of us girls in my family really lie about our age, although I know that's kind of the thing to do, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Some people, they want to stay 25, and then after they're, not 25 anymore, they just stay 25 for the rest of their life, right? I feel like in my heart, like in my mind, that's kind of how old I stayed, like mentally. But, yeah. I told you guys, I think more than a few times, I'm over 40. I don't care. There's no reason to lie about your age. I'm proud of my age, y'all. But there's no reason to say, to not say I'm 25 if you secretly want to be 25. I mean, if you can pull it off, good for you, honey. Good for you. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to I think I am going to have to make a hidden spine, because this paper, if this was cloth, I would sew right onto it, but it's paper, and it's strong paper, but I think I want to make a hidden spine, y'all. I just do. That's what I like to do. So, okay, so where do I go from here? I guess I have to decide what I'm going to sew, what I'm going to sew it on, like what paper, and gather my paper. I guess that's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm so distracted. How do you guys feel? So before I get started with, looking for the spine and everything, let me just distract you for a second, because I need a distraction, you guys. And this isn't an alcoholic drink. Not that I would be opposed to that kind of thing at 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the day, but I just felt like drinking a strawberry soda. I usually don't like sugar, but you know what? Right now, I need it. I need the sugar. I need sweetness. Anyway, so, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. So, I know what I was saying. What I really wanted to do right now, or what I really should be doing, you guys, right now, is making, masks. But, because I do have a sewing machine, and my friend had asked me to make some, and I don't even know how to do any of that stuff. I can barely hem pants, but I have a sewing machine, so I should learn how to make a mask, but I just can't focus on anything right now. You guys can probably tell. It's not anxiety. I don't feel anxiety. I feel like I got my anxiety out of the way early, and so now I'm just kind of like, I stay at home as much as I can. I only go out when I go grocery shopping, which is once a week at the most, you know. Don't like it, but, you know, deal with it. Be safe. Be as safe as possible. And doing everything I can, so it's not that big of a deal. But doing, like, you know, like official things, like, or doing something with purpose, I can't focus on that right now. I need to do something, you know, fun that fills my heart, you know, with love and, you know, just thinking about all of the things that I love. That's what I need to do right now. Not thinking about, oh, I need to have a purpose. You know, I can't do that. I'm too distracted. I'll get to that later. For now, I want to have some fun. So let's have some fun. I'm going to go ahead and find my spine and some papers, and then I'll be back. Izu, you're not allowed there, honey. No, leave it. Yucky. Get down, okay? Thank you. I'm going to use this as my spine. Hopefully you can see. It took me forever to get all this paper together, you guys. I am so distracted. How are you guys doing? I think I'm sure I already asked you that. I'm going to keep asking you that because I think it's important that we keep checking in with, you know, people we care about and people we're connected with. Oh, that's what's going on. That's why I keep asking you guys, you know, how are you doing? How are you guys coping in all of this? You know, we're in it, y'all, right? Let's not tiptoe around it. We're in the middle of a global pandemic, y'all. And it's scary, right? It's really scary. And, but I'm trying to, you know, keep myself cheerful, keep myself, you know, I don't know, doing art. You know, I really should be making masks, you know. I think I just told you guys that, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't have anywhere I need to go anyway, so I don't need to be making any masks, right, y'all? I'm not going anywhere. So do I want this page to be like this? So I'm just going through the papers that I chose, and it took me an hour, you guys, because I had to go outside and with the dogs, and then, like, I'm getting, you know, I'm really feeling homesick because I'm so far away from my home and all of this, you know, and me and my husband, I feel really safe here in my house, you know, doing everything we're supposed to be doing. I'm focusing on all the good news that I hear on the news, and I mean, I know it's hard to come by, but there is good news. So anyway, so I picked out a bunch of stuff that I felt like would be kind of springy. I recently picked these up at, well, not recently actually, back in, I think, December or January, you know. So I guess I'm just gonna fold them. I should have taken my measurement, so, well, I guess I gave you a glimpse of some of the papers I'm using. So I got this paper. Another way I'm coping is to just be in constant contact with, you know, like my family via text. I'm texting my sister every day, all the time. You know, I call my mom every day. I try to call her every day. I'm going to start. I'm constantly on Facebook, you guys, just like reaching out to people, you know, and that's the only way really I feel like at this point is safe to connect. It's not like I know anybody, you know, really around here anyway. There's really only one other person, you know, here that I hang out with, and that's not really that much, you know. You know, I'm always, you know, by myself. So I guess I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm thriving in it, in this, you know, social distancing, isolation kind of thing. I guess I did kind of always dream of like running off to the woods and being by myself. But I want to say what I feel like I've learned in all of this is that actually, no, I do need people. I feel like I could be alone, you know, because I like being alone. But even though it's just my husband and I, but like I'm used to him, you know, being here, and I'm used to, you know, being around him all the time because he works from home. So that part I'm used to, which I know for a lot of people, that's a huge adjustment, you know, being constantly with your partner. And I mean, trust me, being with somebody 24/7 all the time, that's, you know, that's hard for anybody. But I am realizing that I actually do crave people. I actually do miss, you know, people, even though I was kind of already alone anyway. It's hard to explain. Tell me if you know what I mean, if you're feeling the same way, guys, because it's a weird... Ooh, and this, my page fits perfectly. Yes! I love printer paper, you guys. And this paper, this printer paper that I have it's so good and so crinkly, and it's, I don't know. I love it on, I have to remember this printer paper. See, that's my text again. You guys, I'm sorry that my phone keeps going off, but it's like, I feel like I was going to fold this. It's like a drawing I did of like a tree that I never finished, but now that I see how it looks, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I don't want to scrap this paper. I actually want to use this. I think I'm going to ink that. Yeah. Don't you love when you can revisit something that is old? Okay, so some more paper. Oh, you guys, the irony, y'all. This is Infectious Madness. This is a book about, I think it's a book about infectious diseases. It's the one I got, I think I got it at the dollar store, and I just made it into, like a love journal. Yeah, who gave me the idea of making it into like a love journal? Instead of a Valentine's junk journal, it'll be a love journal. So maybe I will keep one of those. And then one of them I know for sure, I'm talking about my Valentine's journals. I guess one of them I'll send to my niece, and then one of them I will maybe gift or swap. I don't know. So I like that. I think what I'm going to do off camera is cut them, just because, I don't know, I feel like I'm a bumbling fool right now. Like I just keep talking about random things because I'm so distracted. Trying not to be, you guys, but, you know, we all have to cope through this and get through this. And we will. So I have to keep giving myself mental pep talks. You know, that's what I have to do. Anything we can do, you guys, anything we can do to uplift each other, keep each other going, keep ourselves going, anything, you guys. We have to grasp to that. That'll be my soapbox for today. Okay, so I'm gonna cut all this off camera and come back to you guys in a second. Okay, so it has been a couple hours now. I kept getting interrupted earlier, but it's actually nighttime, or it's dark outside, and so I don't know if you guys can, hopefully the lighting in here is okay, but it's dark now. I just you know, finished up, you know, my house things for the night, and I should have been done with this earlier, but I keep getting distracted, and like I said earlier, you guys, I'm so distracted. So but I have some, you know, sort of news. Well, not really sort of news, it's kind of news for me, but I actually just ordered some material. I want that there. So I ordered some material so that I can make masks, you know, for all of us here in this house. And then if I'm sure, because I got a bunch of stuff, and then I'll just, you know, use, you know, whatever I have left and just, you know, make them for whoever. The thing is, and here's the thing, the thing is, you guys, is that I have to, you know, I have to do it, and I don't really know how to sew, sort of. I mean, I kind of do. I have, you know, sort of experience with the sewing machine, but really, I mean, not much. I mean, other than I know how to, you know, push the pedal with my foot. That's basically the extent of, you know, my my sewing machine experience. So, yeah. Ooh, I like that. Fighting fire with fire. Yeah, that's good. That, you know, speaking of masks, you know, and trying to give, you know, anyone I know who kind of needs a pep talk, you know, I've been trying to really hard to stay upbeat and, you know, continue to say, we're gonna do this, right? We're gonna get through this, come out stronger, we're all gonna be okay, right? I keep feeling like, you know, not only do I feel like I need to tell people that, I need to tell myself that. Because it gets, you know, it gets scary, you guys, scary. So, anyway, so I feel good about that. So I think that's a good signature. Although I do feel like I need a doily. I need at least one doily, right? Let me get myself a doily. Okay, so I've got these doilies. I don't really want a pink doily, but it's either that or, you know, stark hospital white. And yeah, hospital is not something I want to invite into my psyche right now. If that, you know, that makes any sense to you at all. Like, the last thing I want to think about is a hospital right now. I mean, I want to think about, you know, our healthcare workers, and, you know, think about them and pray for them and, you know, pray over them. But as far as like thinking about myself in the hospital, no. No. Not trying to think about that. Not trying to think those kinds of things. That's not invited into my psyche, y'all. So I don't know if you can tell. You probably can't because the lighting's so bad. But this is like, these are two different avocado dye sessions. And I want to say the last session that I did for avocado dyeing, it ended up really dark, and I think it's because I boiled the peels a lot longer. I'm not sure, but I actually kind of liked, the more I look at it, the more I like the subtle color of the you know, of the dye I ended up making. Yeah, I know, I'm blabbing, you guys. I'm so just easily distracted. So I guess that's 2 signatures. Let me see. It looks like I'm having 2 signatures of 8. And I'm gonna glue it down on this. This is cute, right? I felt like this might be too neutral. You know, I kind of wanted something looking springy, but it's, you know, it's springy neutral. It's, you know, and I have a funny story. Well, not a funny story. I just made some lemon juice just now to clean my coffee maker with. So that really fits. It feels, this is really beginning to feel like, you know, my journal. So I want some more yellow. I feel like yellow is a hopeful color. Yellow and green, you know. So put that there. I want to put this one somewhere. So I got these recently, well, a couple months ago, at a thrift shop around here. And I feel like the thrift shops here, I haven't really discovered them, you know. And it's not like I can go over there right now. No, I'm not trying to go over there right now. Maybe I could put this like you know, like glue that down or staple that down or something, because I know I want it in there, but I don't know if I want to sew it in. And then, oh, I could do something like this. You open it and it's that tree of life, you know, I don't know. Or, I think that would be a good way to go too. That would be a good way to go, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and staple that. Otherwise, I'll, you know, talk myself out of it. I'm trying to like be more, you know, do without thinking, you know, as far as like, you know, my junk journaling and stuff, because I feel like I think about it too much. Like you know, I get all caught up in, oh, is this cute? Does this look good? And I shouldn't feel that way. I should just ask myself, not, is this cute? I should ask, does this, you know, does this make me feel happy? Like, see, this makes me feel super happy. And before I even do anything, I'm going to staple it. I'm going to staple that bad boy right there. I'm going to have to do it 3 times because I don't like even numbers. Okay, so this is like a little mini signature, but I don't know if I'm going to glue it in or make a pocket for it. I feel like I want to make a pocket for it. But, okay. So I have all my signatures. Put that aside. And I just need, so now what I need to do is plan, you know, where I'm going to poke the holes and, yeah, and measure everything out and like be, you know, really smooth it out better with my folding, because I don't have a bone folder and I refuse to buy one. I feel like, my gosh, I need to use up what I use up, you know, not use up, I need to use what I have. I really, really do. So I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that off camera because that is so boring, because like you guys don't want to watch me fold paper, you know, do you? Well, if you don't, yeah, you probably don't want to watch me fold paper, but I'm just going to do it anyway. I feel like that's not going to be too fast, and then we can chat. So, anyway, you guys, what else is going on? I'm just feeling like, I guess what I'm feeling like, you guys, is that I am constantly reaching out to people. Like, how are you staying in touch with people? I'm constantly, you know, texting my sister, you know, calling my mom every day, texting my best friend who's, you know, staying at home with her daughter and husband, and, you know, they're far away. Like, everybody that I know that I love, other than my husband, and, you know, the, like, one family that I know, you know, that I know here. Other than that, I'm so far away from everyone I love. You know, my mom's far away, you know, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm very thankful that they're safe right now. You know, that's all that matters to me. But, I'm feeling the need to like constantly reach out to them, where normally, I text with my sister a lot just because, you know, we have like our sister jokes and stuff. Like, we're always making fun of people and like making fun of ourselves and, you know, making fun of our makeup and, you know, like stuff like that, you know, sister stuff. But as far as like, I don't call my mom this often. I usually call my mom about once a week, you know. You know, because I usually text my dad, and I just feel like, you know, my mom, she's always busy. She's always doing something, you know, going to church, like going to see her friend, or, you know, going shopping and stuff, and, you know, having life, enjoying retirement. And then when she's not doing that, she's doing the cha-cha-cha in the Philippines, right? Because my mom, you know, likes to travel there. So anyway, my point is like I'm constantly texting my friends, like, hey, are you okay? Is everybody okay? I'm checking on Facebook all the time to make sure everyone's okay. And I mean, that's honestly, I know that sounds like frantic, you know, but honestly, it makes me feel, you know, good and hopeful to know that, you know, everybody is okay. Or even if they're not okay and they're not doing well, I want to hear about it. Like, I'm just realizing, like I said earlier, how much I really need, you know, the people in my life, even though they're all far away. I still need them, you know? And, yeah, I feel like I'm sounding morbid, but I'm really saying that in a hopeful way. I was supposed to go, I actually, like right now, I would have been home. Like, I was supposed to fly home back to Florida. Oh, there's my sister. So I was supposed to fly home back to Florida. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, and see, even like just that was my sister texting me to let me know that it's official now in the state of Florida. You know, they're have to stay at home. They're having their stay-at-home order. And I'm like making fun of her because I'm like, girl, we've been doing that. Because, you know, in California, we started ours, our stay-at-home order. Well, like, I was already staying home, kind of, before it became official. Anyway, so, yeah, I kind of started earlier anyway, just because, you know, when I had heard that, you know, it was getting bad in San Francisco. And I'm not one who watches the news like constantly. Like, I don't like 24-hour news. I just, yeah, I feel like that's not really news. I feel like it's entertainment. You know, like, they give you some information, but I don't really feel like I learn anything productive on 24-hour news. So I try, you know, I try to read the news, although it's like, you know, it's just depressing. But I'll watch the local news. I'll catch up on, like, national stuff. You know, I watch, you know, some of the political stuff. Not really. But, I feel like I want to mark it. So, yeah, I can't see. I should have marked it here where I wanted to make my holes, but I did not. So that I can use it to help me put them in the same position as the holes I'm about to poke on this one. So, yeah, and you see how rough I'm doing it. I am not one who cares about, like, perfection and precision. You know, I appreciate it in others. You know, I think perfection is good. Like, it's good to, like, aim for, you know, perfection, but not in art, or, like, not in junk journals. Junk journal. It's not perfect journal. It's junk journal, y'all. Okay. Oh, so I have to, okay. I'm just trying to go back over the holes because I can't see it. Okay. Okay, so, and then another thing I wanted to ask you guys, what are you binge watching? Because everybody's binge watching everything, and everyone seems to be going crazy about Tiger King, but I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I am not going to watch that movie or that documentary. I am sure that it is just as entertaining as everybody is saying, but I can't watch stuff like that, you know, where I see animals, like, confined like that. That's all I'll think about. So I can't do it. I don't even know what that's about, what it's about. You know, I just know that there's, you know, big cats, beautiful big cats that, you know, should be in the savannah somewhere. And I'm just like, I can't with that. Okay, so while I'm doing this thread, let's chat some more, you guys. So, not only do I want to know, you know, how you've been doing, but I want to know how you're feeling, you know? If you ask somebody how they've been doing, they will tell you usually what they've been doing. You know what I mean? Like if somebody says, oh, have you been doing? I'll say like, yeah, you know, doing my art thing, you know, like that kind of, you know. But I want to know how you feel. Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling hopeful? Are you feeling scared? You know, like how are you feeling? I go from feeling like, you know, oh my goodness, this is so scary, you know, and just thinking about how overwhelming it is. And then I'll go back to reminding myself that I'm doing, you know, my part. I'm doing what I need to do, and keeping myself out of the the germ mix right now, just in case. And for myself and for my home and for the community, of course. I feel like I know a lot of people. I see a lot of people online. They sort of thrive, by doing a purpose, by having a purpose, or by contributing something in some way. Like people doing the masks, and that's been going on for a while now, and I've been seeing it. And I remember I keep thinking, like I really should try to be a part of that. But then I thought it was just giving me, I don't know, I'm not one of those people who can work under pressure or who, thrives under pressure. I kind of need to, like, go into my little snail shell, so to speak, and kind of, I don't know, hover, like in my little cave. Like I need to make myself feel safe before I can, have a purpose. Which is, probably a good thing. I'm not, one of our heroes in this fight right now. Our friggin' warriors out there, our doctors and healthcare workers and stuff, because I would be falling apart. So I just, I think about them and I just pray for them. I'm so thankful, Oh, so I sewed it without sewing it onto this, but maybe I'll do something with that. Maybe that will be a different technique to try, sort of. Maybe I will, maybe I'll just sew it like that, right? And not worry that I kind of messed it up. Because I think what I'll do is, so I'll sew it like this, and then I'll use some kind of like paper scraps to glue to my spine, and put in between the thread. But you'll see. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, okay, let me tie this. Gosh. I know that there's probably a more efficient way to tie this, and if you know of one, like, if you know of a good, binding tutorial, leave me a comment below and let me in on that. The thing is, though, the sad part is I probably won't follow it, because it's probably going to involve, like, better tools than what I have. But I just refuse to, I refuse to upgrade my tools, you guys. I keep thinking, like, even with paint, oh, I need, better this or better that. But it's like, no, I need to use up what I have. So I think what I'm going to do, you guys, is, and I don't know if my thread is even strong enough to do that. It probably isn't, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take, I'm going to sew the other signature the same way as this, like, pamphlet style. And I'm going to find some scraps, some paper scraps. So I think what I want to do, and hopefully this is going to fit. I didn't measure because I'm too lazy, but I'm not going to glue it right away anyway. I just want to see if it fits. No, it does not. So I think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to cut this scrap paper, like I'm going to cut it, I'm going to trim it so that it can fit underneath that, you know, that thread. And this is like such flimsy stitching, you guys. I should probably reinforce it, and I'll probably do that too, but yeah, so I'm gonna do that off camera because like I feel like I'm just like blabbing and blabbing, you know, but you guys don't care, right? I keep, you know, thinking like, so what? I have to do it on camera. I have to do it off camera because I'm talking too much, but I mean, who else am I gonna chat with about you guys? I don't have anybody to chat with about this kind of stuff, y'all. Because like I said, I'm just, you know, taking refuge here in my little in my little art room. Just trying to do things that make me happy and keep my mind off of you know, the normal fears I think that we're all thinking about. So yeah, and I hope I'm not talking about it too much for you guys, but it's just, I mean, you know, it's going on, right? So, so yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you guys. I may have already asked you this a second ago. So I wanted to know what you guys were binge watching. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I know. Then I started talking about, you know, the Tiger King. But anyway, I'll let you know what I'm binge watching. So I'm watching the current season of Outlander. If there's anybody who watches that show, that's a series on Stars, and it is so good. So I'm watching that, and then I started on Netflix. I started watching this one show called On My Block. What else am I watching on Netflix? Oh, there was another one, but I haven't really been, you know, binge watching too much. My husband started the one about you know, the Gabriel Hernandez documentary, and I know I should watch that, and I know that's a story that I think everyone, you know, should know about, but I can't deal with that kind of thing right now, like children being harmed. I can't, yeah, I can't do that. I'll do that another time. I just saw a bunch of you know, really horrifying like documentaries a few weeks ago, and it was, yeah, so I'm like, I need a break from that right now. Like, you know, like I need a break from like like just negative things like evil or like, you know, murder stuff. I can't deal with that. Crime stuff, I can't deal with that right now. I'm not looking for things that are like necessarily wholesome, but I'm looking for like, you know, shows that, you know, will make me, you know, laugh a little bit or make me relate. What's another one I like? I like Stranger Things, but that one's not on, like the new, you know, the newer season's not on yet. That one's probably not going to be out for a while. What else do I love? Terrace House is coming back on, that Japanese reality show that I watch. Oh, I love that one. I've learned a lot of Japanese words, you know, from that show and expressions. So, I don't know. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty fun. So I like that. And it's a dating show, but it's not like, there's no drama, you know. And I know, like, that's the fun of like reality shows, right, is the drama. But I just needed a break from, you know, from that kind of thing right now. My husband and my mom both really love, you know, like the 90 Day Fiancé shows on TLC. And I have to tell you guys, I used to like it a lot too, but then I just got, I don't know, I just felt like after a while the stories were kind of not all the same, because it's all different people, but it just, I don't know. I didn't feel like I was gaining anything. I mean, it's definitely funny, right? That kind of stuff. It's definitely, you know, a funny escape. But, I don't know, I got bored. But if you watch that show and or if you've been watching that show, you know, for a long time and you still watch that show, you know, and it's on now and you're watching it, like, let me know if I should, you know, give it a go again. Just because I don't know. In my mind, I found myself thinking, like, why am I judging these people? Like, why am I laughing at these people? Like, you know? And it's I mean, honestly, everybody's always saying, like, you know, it's not real. Just because it's a reality show, it's not real. I'm not saying that it is. I don't even, you know, I'm guessing, my guess is some of it's real, some of it's fake and, you know, not even true. And then some of it's real but exaggerated. And then some of it is, you know, like, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. But I just, I don't know, I just got bored with it. That's really the real story. Okay, so, I feel like my needle's not, like, maybe my holes are not lining up, but I am really, really eager to at least get this the stitching in and get everything glued in for the night so that I can, you know, feel finished for the night. Not necessarily with my junk journal, but just, you know, for the night, I guess. And I can maybe get to binge watching something. So, what else can we talk about, you guys? Oh, I know what I want to tell you guys. So if you follow me on Instagram, and this is so, like, I don't know, this is so, like, such a mundane thing, but, you know, we're all hanging out at our house, you know, and these are the kinds of things that fascinate me, let me tell you. But, so there's a pomegranate growing in my backyard, or there was a pomegranate growing in my backyard, and I don't know where it's coming from. Like, I mean, obviously there's a pomegranate plant of some kind planted in my backyard, but there's hedges in my backyard that are just got a text from my best friend. Anyway, there's hedges in my backyard that are so overgrown that they kind of like mesh into one another. You know, it's a bougainvillea, and it's beautiful, and a hibiscus, and then there's some kind of, you know, other kind of like leafy plant that's full of pollen, and it makes me cough and sneeze. And then, you know, and it's right next to an orange tree. So there's all kinds of like wild things going on. And in the midst of this, over the, this past summer or fall, I want to say, there was actually a pomegranate that, it was a lone pomegranate, you guys, in my backyard that came, you know, that it totally turned into a ripe pomegranate fruit. You know, which is weird for me because I've never had, you know, fruit trees in, you know, where I live. I mean, they've always been around in Florida, but I never had one in my yard, you know, or, you know, as part of my residence. So, anyway, I didn't eat it. Because honestly, I've never eaten a pomegranate. And I'm kind of weird about, you know, how do I know if it's even safe to eat just because it's a pomegranate? Like, I don't know if it's one that you can eat. I don't even know anything about pomegranates. I know about citrus, you know. But, anyway. So, I totally forgot about it this, you know, over the winter. And then, so recently I found another, you know, the same blossom that, you know, that makes a pomegranate. And so I'm really excited because I keep thinking, you know what, I should reinforce all this, right? I should make this a better stitch. But anyway, long story short, God, you guys, see, I'm bumbling now, I'm rambling. But there was another blossom growing in my backyard, and I got so excited. I put it on my, on my Instagram, and then I I came upon it again, and it looks like it fell off, the blossom, and so it was beginning to make like, sort of like little miniature pomegranate shapes. So I was like, oh no, it was like I lost a friend or something. I don't know. That's how I felt about it. Like that's how happy I was about this pomegranate. But anyway, long story short, it fell off, and I have oh, okay. So even though it fell off, oops. Okay. So it fell off. I think maybe the pool guy knocked it, out of the bushes. But I found some more, and I'm kind of excited. I don't know why I'm excited about it, but I am. I guess because it's such a spring thing, right? I'm really feeling spring. And even though, times are scary right now, I really am super happy about the spring. I love the spring. I think the spring is my favorite. It's my favorite season, I think. Even more so than summer. It used to be summer, but that was when I lived at the beach. Now I live in the desert, so I like spring. Spring works for me. Okay, so that's done. Yeah, that took forever, I know, you guys. Put that there, my thread. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do now is take these clips out and clip my signatures closed, and okay. So what I want to do is get two paper scraps that are gonna fit in these little, like in the stitching, sort of. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so all I have left to do now, you guys, is should have done this before I started. I want to secure my signatures and keep them closed, and I think what I want to do is just push these scraps of paper through the threading, through, oops, where I have, my stitches are, and I do wish that I had, stronger thread in this, but I think this is still going to be okay. I feel like it's still going to have, the look that I want. Oops. And, I don't know, just give me something of interest, and it's probably, probably making more work for myself, but I'm actually really, really loving this. I feel like I don't even want this anymore. I feel like I just want to use this, but it won't have like a finished look, right? So what can I do? What can I do? What can I do, you guys? I feel like, do I want it to be like, to to where the string, you know, my stitching is loose and kind of, I feel like I do, right? So I feel like, you know, because I feel like if I use this now as my spine, it's kind of, it's going to be hidden, so it's kind of like a waste of paper to me, I guess, you know? So I'm thinking, maybe I want to put some, you know, something scrappy there just to finish it, and then glue this on top of it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That is what I am going to do, you guys. Happy about that idea, but the thing is that I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow because it's already late. I mean, it's not that late, but I'm dying to have some Oreo cookies and milk, and if there's any time to indulge yourself in, you know, comfort food or, you know, any kind of, you know, sweet things to make you feel better, like now is the time, right? You know, not, you know, eating my feelings, but I definitely want to, you know, have my little sweets that make me happy. So what I'm going to do now is, and I'm going to do it off camera. Well, I'll just do it right now while I'm talking to you guys. Ooh. I feel like this is a job for Mod Podge. I feel like I want to smooth, like, yeah, this is a job for Mod Podge, you guys. Where is my, here it is. And all of my, I am running low on, like, fun stuff, you guys. I don't have that much Mod Podge. I should have stocked up, you know, but I wasn't, you know, like I said, I am still trying to figure out how to use up what I have, and, you know, not waste and not buy new supplies. And I mean, I'm not leaving the house anyway. Even if I did, everything is closed. I feel like we started our lockdown earlier than everybody else, and I don't like calling it lockdown. I do prefer to call it a stay-at-home order. I feel like lockdown, that sounds like prison, you know? And I mean, I know that's how a lot of people feel, right? We feel like we're, you know, we're all in prison, but I choose not to see it that way. I choose to say that I'm staying at home because I'm staying safe in my home, you know? Not a lockdown. Words have power, you guys. So, okay, so that makes me happy. And so what I should do, you guys, is wait for this to dry and then, you know, glue this, you know, glue my signatures in, but I don't feel like doing that, you guys. I want to glue them in now. I want to be impatient, as, you know, as impatient as I want to be. I feel like, you know, the right thing to do would be to take all kinds of, like, measurements and, you know, get it perfectly aligned with, you know, the stars and everything. But I'm not going to do that. That's too fussy. I think what I'm going to do is, I think I should trim a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of, well, no, maybe I don't want to trim it. Maybe I want it to be, like, yeah, maybe I want it to be messy. So I think what I'm going to do is, I guess I'm going to have to prop these up, sort of, and, put some Mod Podge on. I wish I had, you know, my regular Aleene's craft glue, but, and I have it, but I don't have that much, and, I don't know, for some reason I feel like Mod Podge is just the way to go. I feel like it'll give me a flat, you know, glue down, I guess. I don't know. I hope all that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. So, okay. And I'm being really generous with it, you guys. So, okay. So now the hard part is, you know, getting it aligned, and it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned, but it has to be, you know, in an alignment that pleases my eyes, right? So I feel like that feels right. So, so yeah, it feels right. And then I want to make sure that so I think what I want to do in the middle is put something to weigh it down in the middle. These dollar store glitter glues, and then tomorrow when it's dry I can, you know, put all that glitter on something. But for now, this is looking good. And yeah, so I'm just going to, you know, weigh it all down. Ooh, just to clean up my brushes and clean up all my stuff here, and finish up for the night, you guys. It's time for me to like eat some cookies, some Oreo cookies, and, you know, super cold milk, and like watch something funny that's gonna make me laugh. And then tomorrow, you know, we'll get down to business tomorrow. Not today. Today I need to, you know, I need to dream a little bit and, you know, just be myself in here. So I'm gonna lay that overnight like that, leave it and let it dry, and I'll see you guys in the morning first thing, and show you guys what this looks like, and probably start, you know, moving into this tomorrow, and start working in my little journal with you guys. So okay, it is morning. Good morning, you guys. I'm trying to speak quietly because my husband's sleeping in the next room. He stays up so late. He's been watching that documentary, the Trials of Gabriel Hernandez, and I like I said, I can't watch that right now. But he's been up late watching that. So everything is dry. It feels pretty secure, but I think before I kind of considered this junk journal, you know, sort of finished enough and ready to, you know, move into, so to speak. I think what I need to do is, oh, and I'm like, it looks like I've been out of frame for most of this video. I'm gonna redo my my cam setup. But okay, so let me like kind of fold it. Probably should have done that before it dried, but it's feeling good. It's feeling pretty secure. These are my high school colors, by the way, like purple and gold. So I think, like, see, because I really probably should have sewed it, you know, right to the, you know, to the spine here instead of, I don't know, I'm not sure what I was thinking last night, but I think really just to make it more secure, I'm just gonna, you know, use some of this trim and tie my signatures just to make it, you know, just a little bit of extra security, so to speak, I guess. And then I can kind of like move in to this junk journal and you know, get it going. So how do I do this? Oh, I know, I wanted to see if I had enough. Yeah, I do. So, okay. There you go. I hope everyone's getting enough sleep, like, you know, especially the people who are having to go into work. But even if you're someone who is lucky enough to be able to stay at home and stay safe in your home, I hope you're getting enough sleep, because, you know, lack of sleep is just really bad for, it's like bad for your health, right? So, okay, let me make sure that that's nice and tightly secured. Feels good. Feels good enough for now. And I don't think I have enough for this one. Right? So I'm gonna have to use this ribbon, which is just as pretty, right? But after that, I can finish my coffee and end this video. Well, end this video and then finish my coffee. And I have to, yeah, I gotta get out and go to the grocery store. I don't like, you know, having to go. Of course, I'm taking all the precautions I need, you know, that I should take. I'm wearing gloves. I don't have a mask, but like I said last night, I am planning to make some. I almost feel like I want to put like a little bow on the inside, you know. I can always change my mind later. I just want this journal to be, you know, as secure as possible for now, right? But anyway, like I said, I wear gloves. I have the proper gloves to wear, and it's really more to just remind me not to touch my face, because I don't have a mask right now. I mean, we do have a mask. We have we ordered a first aid kit a while back ago, and it came with 2 masks. So I don't know if they're surgical grade, or you know what kind of mask, you know, what kind of grade, I mean, they are. But so let me do like a quick flip through. So here's what the spine looks like. That's really pretty, and I actually really like it. I may glue that like that, glue that down that way, or glue something, you know, on it to keep it secure. I'm not sure. Definitely gonna do something here. So that's what this looks like. Yeah. So yeah, I have to go to the grocery store, you guys. So what do you guys do? Do you wear gloves? Do you wear a mask? Of course, now we're being told that we should wear a mask. If you don't have any masks, have you made one? Do you know, how are you dealing with, you know, having to protect yourself when you go out for groceries and, you know, and meds? So I have to go, actually, right now. I'm out of coffee and like a bunch of stuff that we need. My husband can't live without, you know, soft drinks. He's out of his Coke. Oh, this was, I kind of made this upside down, but that's okay. I meant for this to be on the bottom, but you know, whatever. That's fine. I just hope that my tree here isn't, yeah, it is. My tree is upside down. But that's okay. It doesn't look too bad. This is upside down. Yeah, you should learn that lesson from me, you guys. Like, recheck and recheck and recheck before you start doing your sewing, because you end up like with upside down things like I always do. So, okay, so there we go. I may put this on the cover. I'm not sure. I don't know. I know this is definitely going to be in here somewhere, and I've got all these scraps and things that are kind of actually really fitting for the time for me. A card that I found that my aunt sent me when I was a little girl. So I have like a bunch of stuff to put in here and to work in here, and I'm really excited about it. And oh, and I made like this little extra signature. So I think what I'm going to do is put a pocket somewhere and have this little mini extra signature, you know. Or I don't know, I may tie it, you know, here in the middle. I'm not sure. I haven't decided, right? Sky's the limit when you have, you know, your junk journal skeleton, right? So, oh, see, and I'm glad that I tied this, because I can already feel it loose. So yeah, I may have to, you know, Frankenstein this journal and, you know, redo my sewing. I'm not sure, but for now, I'm feeling good about, you know, how it's been done, and I'm really excited to kind of move in and get it going. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks, you know, for hanging out with me while I did this. Yeah. Take care of yourself, you guys, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Bye, y'all.